Now, let's start using Excel in solving for activity number 10. So, activity number 10, show me the proof, what to do. Calculate the 60th percentile and the 85th percentile of the third quarter mathematics grades of 10 matatag. Then, construct a frequency distribution of a group data and use class interval which is equal to 5. Here is the given data for the third quarter grades of 10 matatag. This kind of data is what we call raw data. Since they are given raw, you have to rearrange them first for you to create a frequency distribution. Okay? Now, let's add the sheet and let's rename the sheet as data. Now, let's copy the given data for the third quarter grades of 10 matatag. And then let's place it here in our data. Now, let's add another sheet and let's rename it as computation. For the computation, let's start moving the given data in our computation. Okay, so let's try moving the first row, first column here, and then move it here. And then the next data, highlight, Control C, and then go with computation, and then Control V. Okay, next, highlight, Control C, and then Control V. Next data set, highlight, Control C, and then Control V. Next data set, we have Control C and then Control V. Now, let's rename this. Let's put a label on this. These are the grades. Now, next, we have to construct a frequency distribution table. So, let's begin with the grades, followed by the frequency. And then if you see this icon above, let me draw it for you. This is the icon. You can find it when you click the border line of column I. So this icon is used to extend the space of a given cell. Okay. Now after that, we have the lower boundaries. And then extend. Finally, we have the cumulative frequency. Okay. Now, let's start with the grades. Remember that we will be constructing a table with a class interval which is equal to 5. So, first things first, we have to arrange first the grades. Now, you do not have to do this manually because you are using Excel. All you need to do is highlight the grades. And then on the toolbar above, look for sort or filter. And then click or choose sort smallest to largest. And the Excel will automatically arrange your data from highest to lowest. Okay, so that's how reliable, or should I say that's how magnificent, amazing is Excel. Okay, now in a given frequency distribution table, sometimes it starts with the highest interval going to the lowest interval, and sometimes it starts with the lowest interval going to the highest interval. For us, we will start with the highest interval going to the lowest interval. Okay, so we will begin with the lowest grade, which is 75. Now we will be using the class interval, which is equal to 5. So we have 75. We have two options. The first one is by counting. So 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. So by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 75 is the first interval. 79 is the fifth. The first, should I say the first grade? And 79 is the last grade. And we have class interval which is equal to 5. So that is by counting. So this is 75 to 79. The next option is by adding 4. Why do we need to add 4? Say we have 75. This is now the first grade. And you need an interval of 5. So you still need 4 grades. So this means 75 plus 4. So 75 plus 4, that is 79. So 75 is the first grade of the class interval, and 79 is the last grade or the fifth grade of the class interval. So the class interval is 75 to 79. What that comes after 79 is 80. Now 80 plus 4, that is 84. So 80 to 84. Comes after 84 is 85. So that is 85 to plus 4, 89. Now see the pattern. This is 5, 0, 5. So comes after 89 is 90. So that is 0. 2, partner or pair of 0 is 4. So 92, 94. Comes after 94 is 95. 2, and then this is 9. So 99. Okay, now the highest grade is 98, so we will end with the interval 95 to 99, and then highlight, drag it upwards. Okay, now let me arrange this. Should I say let me erase? Okay, next, let's count the frequency. The frequency will tell you how many. Okay, so you have to answer how many students got the grades 95 to 99, 90 to 94, and so on. Since we are using Excel, we will maximize the use of it. Okay, now next, so for the frequency, we have, you just simply type 1 and then 2, and then highlight, and then drag it down until you reach 79. And then it will give you a total number of 15. Highlight. This is now the number of frequency in which it tells us that there are 15 students who got the grades ranging from 75 to 79. Okay. Now next, 80 to 84. 1, 2, highlight, drag down until 84. We have 13. So the frequency here is 13. Now next, 85 to 89. 85 to 89. 1, 2, highlight, drag it down until 89. We do not have 89, but we have 88. So we will drag it down until 88. And we have 9. That is 9. Now next, 90 to 94. We do not have a grade that is in the class interval 90 to 94. So this is 0. Remember that if you have an non-existing value, automatically you have to represent it using 0. Okay? Now next, 95 to 99. 1, 2, and then highlight, drag down. We have 10 students. So 10 students got the grades within the class interval 95 to 99. Now next, we need to find the lower boundaries for this. Okay, as for the lower boundaries, just get the first interval of the given class interval and then subtract 0.5. So 95 is the first interval, subtract 0.5, that is equal to 94.5. So this is 94.5. Now next, 90 minus 0.5 is 89.5. 85 minus 0.5 is 84.5. 80 minus 0.5 is 79.5. And 75 minus 0.5 is 74.5. These are now our lower boundaries. Now next, as for the cumulative frequency, for you to get the cumulative frequency or the sum of all the frequencies, all you need to do is to copy first the frequency of the smallest or the least class interval. So we have 75 to 79 is the smallest class, the lowest, should I say, the lowest class interval, and it has a frequency of 15. So begin with 15. Now, for you to get the next cumulative frequency, you have to add 15 to its next frequency, which is 13. Okay? Now, we will be using Excel to do that. So, equal sign, click the cell for 15, addition sign, and click the cell for 13, and then enter. Again, equal sign, click the cell for 15, addition sign, click the cell for 13, and enter. Next, for you to get the next cumulative frequency after 28, you will be adding 28 to the next frequency after 13, which is 9. So that is equal sign, cell for 28, plus the cell for 9, and then enter. Okay? Next cumulative frequency, equal sign, current cumulative frequency, plus the next frequency after 9, enter, that is 37. Now, next, equal sign, 37, addition sign, and then 10. That is now the total cumulative frequency. Now, remember that the total cumulative frequency must be equal to the total number of frequencies. So, we have to double check this by inputting equal sign and then type sum, and these are the functions under sum. We will just going to get the total. So double click sum and then highlight the cells that you are going to add. So we are going to add 10, 9, 13, and 15. So highlight the cells of those frequencies and then enter. It will give you now the sum for the frequencies. Is 47 the total number of frequency equal to the total number of cumulative frequency? Yes. So we will now proceed with the next computation. Now let's arrange this, because this data is already ready to copy for you. To say you have to move it, you want to move it in Word, you can move it to Word. Okay, so let's arrange the alignment of this. We have the middle alignment, so click this. It will arrange it to the middle part of the cells, and then this is for center alignment. The content will be arranged into center alignment. Okay, now next, our goal is to solve for the 60th percentile. To solve for the 60th percentile, all you need to do is to click equal sign and then type percentile. And then we will be using percentile.inc or percentile using inclusive data, because this kind of data is called inclusive data. Okay, so double check, should I say double tap or double click percentile.inc, and then you're looking for the 60th percentile of the grades, correct? So you have to highlight all the grades that you are looking for or that you are using. Okay, highlight it and then comma, and then we are looking for the 60th percentile, correct? Now for you to use percentile, or for you to get the percentile or the 60th percentile in Excel, instead of using 60%, you will convert this into its decimal form. Okay? Now, the decimal form of 60% is 0.60 or 0.6. So, instead of using 60%, you will be using 0.6. So, comma, and then write down 0.6. And then enter. Okay, so that's it. This is now the value of the 60th percentile. Now, remember that we are dealing with grades, correct? And we do not have a decimal value. We are not inputting decimal values in your cards. Therefore, you have to convert 84.6 to its whole number. Okay, so 84.6 is approximately, wait, is approximately, my pen doesn't want to draw. So that is approximately, anyway, so 84.6 is approximately equal to 85. Okay, so this is approximately 84.6 is approximately equal to 85. Now, move on with the interpretation. Therefore, 60% of the students got a grade less than or equal to 85. So this means that if your score or if your grade is 85, that means you are better than the 60% or you are better than 60% of your classmates. Okay? Now next, solve for the 85th percentile. 85th percentile. As for the 85th percentile, again, equal sign, type percentile, and then inclusive, and then highlights the data that you will be using to solve for the value of the 85th percentile. And then comma, 85% in decimal is equal to 0.85, and then enter. This is now the 85th percentile. So therefore, 85% of the students got a grade less than or equal to 96. This means that if your grade is 96, you are better than the 85% of your classmates. So that's how you use the Microsoft Excel in solving for percentiles for a given raw data, or should I say percentiles for group data.